Welcome to Burt Ridgeway's Learning for Life video lessons, and in this lesson we're going to be learning a tune called Soldier's Joy, and really just learning a very basic version of the tune. Before we start, I want to thank my patrons for making these lessons possible. I could not be doing this without their help. They are the ones who are making these lessons available and free for everyone else, so thank you to them first and foremost. Thank you too for taking the lessons. I hope they are truly a blessing and a help to you in your learning of the hammered dulcimer. I appreciate the kind comments and people sharing these videos to help get the word out about these lessons. So I said I'm going to give you a very basic version. Here's the problem. In most of the lessons, I give you a lot of embellishment. I'm not going to give you a lot of embellishment with this simply because this is a workshop that I teach, and I sincerely just can't give everything away that I do because this is how I do make my living. And I teach a workshop called Canoodling Your Noodle, which is basically if you play a song through 50 times, you could play it 50 different ways, 100 times, 100 different ways. And it's an all-instrument workshop that I teach, although I've taught it for just mountain dulcimer or just hammered dulcimer. But what I was going to say is I actually taught this at a workshop up in Wisconsin, and there was an engineer in the group who basically I taught what the Canoodling Your Noodle workshop taught, all the different combinations and embellishment ideas. And he came back the second day of the workshop and had figured it out that you could actually take just what I've given and play a song over 1 million different ways. I mean, that's the combination possibility. Not that anybody would ever be able to really do that, but you have all those options. I do have on my website, I have 2 CDs. One's called Soldier's Joy 101. The other one's Soldier's Joy 102. I believe they're about 40 minutes each. I know there's some of the longer ones. I couldn't fit it all on one lesson. And they are available if anybody's interested in taking this basic version and learning how to mix it up and play it. And not just this song, but other songs that I've taught, other songs that you know, and take these ideas and mix them up. So I will tell you a little bit more about that at the end. So let's give you part A. This is a very simple tune. We're going to start right here on this F sharp. And we are going to play F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, G, A, D, D. That's your first phrase. Now, one of the things you want to do is work on your speed as you're memorizing it. So what I would do is put your lesson on pause and work at getting it just a little bit faster, a little bit more up to speed, and make sure it's memorized. Here is your second phrase. Starts the same way. F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, G with your left, G with your right. Then your left hand comes down and plays that E. So that's your second phrase. Let's put those 2 phrases together, starting at the beginning. Now, what you notice there is that the first phrase and the third phrase are identical. Here's your first phrase. Here's your second phrase. Here's your third phrase, same as the first.
So
So make sure you have that memorized. And here's your last phrase of part A. And what you're doing is you're starting with your right hand on this D. You're playing D, E, F sharp. Left hand's playing the D. Right hand's playing the E. Left hand's playing the C sharp. And your left hand is going to go up and catch the D again. Now you could play it with your right. I do it with my left because it's easier to do that little tag at the end. Now, I'm going to show you something else. This is not even on the Soldier's Joy 101 and 102. You could also go which is D, E, F sharp, E, D, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, E, D. So you get a little fancier there. So let's put it all together. Now, one thing I want you to notice, let me do it again. You want to make sure you go straight into that last phrase. So you're going right, left, left, right, left, right. So make sure that's memorized. And then again, work on your speed. Okay, let's work on part 2. Make sure that is memorized. Part 2 is going to start on the left side of the treble bridge on this D. I'm sorry. Part 2 is going to start on the right side of the treble bridge on this F sharp. You're playing F sharp, G, A, F sharp. Right, right, left, right, left. Make sure that's memorized. F sharp, G, A, F sharp. Again, work on speed. Here's your next little phrase. E, D, E, F sharp, G to E. Just play that over and over. Work on your speed. Okay, so let's put those two phrases together. One more time. Your third phrase is going to start off the same way. This is actually your second phrase. I broke that first one in half. F sharp, G, A, F sharp. So you should already have that little piece memorized. And then you're going to go straight down E, D, C sharp, B, and then over to this A. Now you could go, sorry, and catch it here. I catch it up here because we're going back to this melody note for our next phrase. So it's going to sound like this. Sorry. So you're going right, left, right, left, right. Let's put those together. So let's put the first two phrases of part B together. Now, when you go back to this F sharp, there's kind of a long pause there, so you can actually hit this note twice, hit this A twice. So it would sound like this. Because you're going to go right back almost to an identical phrase. That's your third phrase. F sharp, G, A, F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, and then ending on that G. So let's put those together and I'll show you where you're going to put that double note in there. Again, right there. One more time, very slowly. And then here is your last phrase, up to this A. Sorry about that. What you're playing there is A, F sharp, E, D, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, E, D. And you could put this little tag on. So let me play all of part B. Then you'd repeat that. Had to think there for a second. So let me play it one time through for you, and I'm going to do this very, very slow. By the way, the slower you play it, the more mechanical it sounds, so don't go by that. I just want you to be able to see exactly what I'm doing. Again, it's not a hard tune. So there you have Soldier's Joy. And again, if you're interested in the lessons, I'm going to put a link into the video description, and it'll take you to those lessons. You can actually order them on a CD or as an MP4 download, which is a little bit cheaper, but whatever you want to do. But it really will open up your playing, all of your playing, to, again, every time you, because if you just played that same thing over and over and over, which a lot of people do, that becomes very, very boring. And you can really open up your playing with all kind of tunes with these techniques I'm going to share. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you again, patrons, and we will see you on the very next lesson. Thanks for watching.